Hey, it's GunsmithBeard back with another gun video for Gun Talk, and it's really good to see you guys. I know I had a bye week where I didn't have a video out, and it's because of I had surgery, and then if that wasn't bad enough, I threw my back out, and I've been struggling with that for about a week and a half. So it's been rough, and I do appreciate your patience and your support during that time. It means a lot to me to know that you guys really care, and you not only do you love the content, but you like the guy making it. So I really appreciate it. I know that the channel's grown in a couple weeks. We've hit over 1,200 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing it. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps more people be able to see content. It grows into a community. It's a family-friendly channel. So I like to keep it that way, even though we are growing, but I really appreciate all that you do. A big thank you to our channel supporters, which are BROWNELLS, SWAMPFOX Optics, and Shooter Innovations. Without those three companies, it would be hard to bring new content and fresh content to you each and every week. So let's see the gun of the week and talk about it, but let's take a up close look at it, and then after that we'll come back and discuss it. See you in a second. Hey guys and girls, let's talk about the gun of the week, which is my Tikka T3 custom build. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story on how I got this action. And it's one of those situations where I was in the right place at the right time. And so my wife was working with another nurse, and her father had passed away, and he was a big hunter and had a couple of safes full of firearms. And so she kept kind of the lot that she wanted, but there was still quite a few rifles and other firearms that were left over that she was trying to kind of sell and liquidate. And so I noticed that she sent us kind of like a catalog, which was kind of cool, of different guns that she was willing to sell. And she invited probably a handful of people to go to this private auction. And of course, me and my dad went, and I had my eye on this Tikka T3, which is, it's an amazing action. Tikka and Sako, or Sako, however you pronounce it, are really well-made actions rifles. And I've always wanted one, but I didn't feel like paying full-on sticker price. So it was one of those things that when I saw it, it wasn't in anything fabulous. So in the beginning, it was in a plastic, very cheap stock. It was not in nice wood. So there was no intent when I saw it and I was going to buy it that I would ever turn it into or revise the wood that it was in, because it didn't come in wood. It came in a really cheap plasticky stock. So I wanted to take the barrel off and rebarrel it into something I could turn into a really nice long-range rifle setup and turn it into a bench gun. So I did absolutely that. And if you are curious and you want to watch that process, I did do that on camera, but as you know, YouTube doesn't allow me to show you that kind of stuff. But if you go to my Instagram page, there is I think 5 videos of me actually building this out from start to finish, so you can see all the parts and how they went on and how I installed them, which I know you guys like that kind of stuff. I just wish YouTube wasn't so unfriendly about me showing you that stuff on camera. But anyway, I'm going to talk briefly about some of the parts and kind of see what you guys think. If you ever would build something like this or buy something like this, I'd love to hear. Again, this is, let me clarify, and full disclaimer, this is not a hunting rifle. It's way too heavy, way too long. It would never be something that I would carry hunting unless I put it on a tripod, which I could do. Not very hard setup to do, is put it on a tripod and then kind of go that route. So first, well, you already know the barreled action is a Tikka T3, but Some of the upgrades that I did to the action is the bolt shroud back here. If you've ever owned a T3, you realize that that is plastic crap, junk, not very good. It's very cheap. Mine was already cracked, so I took it off. I replaced it with a CNC'd bolt shroud in the back. I believe this is Mountain Technology. The upgraded bolt handle is also Mountain Tech, if I'm not mistaken. They make phenomenal things for Tikkas, and if you know anything about a Tikka T3, this action is like glass. It's just so nice. Just such a phenomenal action. I love this thing. Then there's the barrel. So this barrel is pre-chambered. It's a 6.5 Creedmoor at around 24 inches long threaded. And so this one is 1 8 twist, 6.4 Creed, and it is a massive bull barrel. I think when I measured this outer diameter, I was like at 1.1 or 1.2. So it's, a lot of guys call that a drive shaft barrel because it's so thick and so big. There's going to be jokes on that, I know, but let's keep it clean, guys. But then there's this honking optic. So when you build a long-range rifle that can shoot more than 1,000 yards, then you want something to be able to see the target that you're shooting at. Brownells has their MPO line, and this is their big boy. It's the biggest one they carry, 35 millimeter tube, just a big honking scope. It does have the sunshade on, so the sunshade is this piece right here. That can come off if you don't want it. If you want to put a filter, you can put filters. You can put caps on it. Very, very awesome Japanese glass optic. I really do like the MPO series by Brownells for optics. If you don't have any, you've never had them, they are phenomenal. They're really good quality. And so my understanding is when they made these, that they came out of the plant that a lot of other really high-end optics came out of. They literally were in the same plant being produced at the same time. It's just one got Brownell's name, the other one got another name, from my understanding. And so I was always sold, even though I worked for Brownells, I was always sold on their optics, because that is one thing Brownells really nailed the head of the nail down really hard with that hammer is their optics. Their optics are really nice, really good optics. This one does have a brake on it. Uridine, I think, is the brand. I can't ever remember. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a 4 brake with a 12 o'clock double port. So when you fire, it ports out the top and kind of pushes the barrel back down to keep the muzzle flat. Plus it ports out the side. If you've never shot a rifle of this caliber and with this big of a barrel and with this big of a port, I will tell you it is really loud. And so you have to kind of keep that in mind when you are shooting anything like this, that if you port it, they do shoot flat, but they are loud. Now, granted, we've already talked that there's suppressors coming for this channel. They just haven't gotten out of suppressor jail. But when they do, we do have a 30 cal suppressor coming. So we could take this brake off and we could replace it with a can and kind of tune it in with the ammo and just shoot with a can. So that's also an option. So I love getting threaded barrels because you might not have a can now, but that might change in 5 to 10 years. You change your mind because everybody around you has cans, and you kind of lose the fear of being put on some registry by getting into NFA territory. But anyway, it's a phenomenal brake. It really does work really well. The gun shoots really, really well. I have a bipod on here. I love Atlas, the V8 series. If you're looking for a bipod, Atlas makes, I think, in my opinion, one of the best bipods on the planet. Harris are okay compared to the Ferrari of bipods, which is the Atlas V8s. This is an Atlas V8. I've had this on a couple different builds, and to be honest, I absolutely love it. It's a really, really good bipod. The stock is a Bravo KRG, which has the adjustable cheek piece. So if I want to raise it up and down, I can. You just have to remember that when you set that, sometimes on some stocks, I'm not saying this one is because it does have the bolt cut out, that if you raise it up too high, you will actually hit the back of the bolt shroud and you won't be able to cycle the bolt all the way. So you kind of have to keep that in mind when you are building these things, that there are some limitations, like if you have your cheek piece too high and then you run the bolt, you might actually hit that little piece. I'm not saying it would on this stock, but some stocks, they don't do the engineering or design it well enough to not have that happen. But this is my Tikka T3 custom action that I built, 6.5 Creedmoor. Just a really phenomenal shooting gun. It will shoot really, really far, and just something I really wanted to share with you guys. I built this a while back, and like I said, again, if you want to watch how I build it and all the things that went into building this in my garage or my shop, then you can absolutely swing over to my Instagram and watch all the footage for that. It's a while back, so you might have to scroll a little bit. But anyway, I hope you guys and girls love this video or have questions about how to build a Tikka T3 and what parts I used. I'll try to include all of that so you guys don't have to dig around trying to find all the parts that I used in this build. And if you have questions on how to build yours, I'd be glad to help you. As always, I'll catch you in the next video. Work hard, God first. See ya.